I want you to imagine this. Your AI model goes live, the team is excited, the dashboards are connected, the comms has gone out. It's a huge milestone. And then nothing. Absolute crickets. Because the business keeps doing what it's always done. Adoption is patchy and no one is using the output to make real decisions. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen this. The delivery team thinks they're done, whether it's traditional software or intelligent software, but the business barely notices. And that's when it hits you. The biggest risk to your AI product isn't technical failure. It's just that no one cares. It's silent abandonment. And the reason is simple. It's that we optimize for delivery, not for deployment handover or for post-operating monitoring. But in the real world, if it doesn't change behavior, it doesn't deliver value. Just take a look and see how Apple deploys.
I fucking love Steve Jobs! I got the first one!
And I'm not even asking you to do that, obviously, but most teams don't give much emphasis to the handoff of their model. And if it doesn't get used, it's just shelfware with a huge GPU bill. So in this video, I'm walking you through the 4 post-deployment steps, the critical actions that should take place to not just be compliant with the EU AI Act, which is really important, but really to also be successful and take the first steps towards having a great adoption of your intelligent solution. Hey friends, I'm Ahmed. I help professionals deliver enterprise AI solutions in non-AI native organizations. In this series, we're applying the EU AI Act to the 10 steps of the AI delivery lifecycle, one step at a time. So each of us can do our responsibility to build the world we want to live in. So let's go through each of these different steps. So in previous videos in this series, we covered in step 1, we framed the problem. Step 2, we defined the use case. Step 3, the data and its readiness. Step 4, we covered the solution design and approach. In step 5, we formed the team. In step 6 and 7, covered as one video, model delivery and validation. And in step 8, we covered productionization and deployment. And now today, in step 9, we are in post-deployment adoption, just one video away from the end. So we are on the home stretch and looking forward to completing this series with you soon. Okay, so for those who are new, I always use the AI Act Explorer. Link is on the screen. I love the interface of this rather than the main Act document. It's just much more friendly and easy to navigate. You will find the link on the screen, and on YouTube you'll see it in the description below as well. So I'd say there are 2 primary EU AI Act articles, not the only articles, but the primary ones that I think are really important to cover today in this video that we can apply to step 9 of the AI delivery lifecycle, post-deployment adoption. So the first one is Article 14, which is human oversight. How can we ensure that we have a human in the loop that is there and intervenes at the right time, in the right way, the right part of the business process to ensure the business and user safety and responsible use? Article 26 is the obligations of the deployer. That's the terminology that's used in the Act for the operations. So these are the people that have the responsibility for deployment of the system, and the article outlines what they are actually responsible for. Things like education, instructions, feedback mechanisms, all of these kind of things. These are covered in Article 26, a fairly large article. To make real progress in your AI delivery, you need to know where you are. You need to establish your baseline. And if you've not already done that, then please take the EU AI Act scorecard so that you can identify both your strengths and your weaknesses so that you can focus all your efforts in fixing your weaknesses rather than wasting time in areas you're already strong in. So to do that, please visit euaichecker.intelligentdelivery.ai so you can apply the guidance in this series in a more targeted and more beneficial way. Okay, so now let's have a look at the post-deployment adoption and let's see how we can create more engaged users and ensure that we are compliant. So step number one, it's about assigning ownership for monitoring and updates. Who owns the retraining? Who owns the incident resolution? Who's responsible for patching? All of these things, these are covered in step number one, and these are outlined in Article 26. Next, we need to educate the users and the team that's supporting the application. We want to make sure that everybody understands what good use of the application is. We want to create a little bit of a buzz and show that all of the awesome capabilities of the system that you've created. But we also want to show them what the limitations of they are, things what they shouldn't do as well. Equally, we want to show and explain all the different roles, who's there to support them. So both the users and the people who are supporting, they all understand what's required from them. Again, this is covered off in Article 26. Okay. Next is around activating the feedback loops. Okay. And so now here, this is around where the end users and the operators can report any issues, any behavioral challenges that they might find, any confusion they may have. And this is where we provide mechanisms for users to flag issues, request help, escalate any concerns that they feel that they have. And this can take the form of dashboards, it could be user feedback forms, or it could be just direct escalation paths. So all of this is covered in step number 3. And again, this is covered off in Article 26. So as I said, it's a very big article over there. Last but not least, can you guess? What would that be? Yep, I'm sure you probably did. It's beginning the human oversight. This is a big one, obviously. This is a different article that I want to refer you to. That's Article 14. This is now we've ensured that the model that we've tested extensively works really well. It's now being fitted in within the overall business process. We want to make sure it's behaving as we expect. The human oversight mechanisms are now live. Users and the operators can now monitor and even intervene or override the AI or agentic response wherever it is required. So here's a question for you. If your system starts misbehaving tomorrow, would your users know what to do? And would your team be ready to respond? Okay, so now let's bring all of this together. Once your system is live, the job isn't over. In fact, it's probably just beginning. And we don't need to just explain to the users why they should care. We want to guide them and the deployers to know how to get ready to provide awesome support, and we want to create an amazing experience for our end users as well. Okay, so next video will be the final video in the series, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you've not watched the whole series, please start from the first series over here, and this will give you a good overview of the whole EU AI Act and its application and the best place to start. Anyway, look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.